One. There it is.
Boom.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to go right back to what we've been doing and talking about getting out of the rat race using insurance. So tune in if you want to learn.
The Insurance Bro Show is a podcast for agents who want to grow their agency and be titans of the insurance industry. Learn from a panel of experts who share their agency struggles, their experiences with the nation's best carriers, and share the marketing secrets that successful insurance agents are using today. Now, here's your host, the Insurance Bro, James Cias.
All right, all of you insurance pros out there, let's take a deep dive into another fun episode. But before we do, just a quick reminder to please subscribe on whichever platform it is that you're listening to us on today. Give us a like, give us a follow, subscribe, and drop a review, and help other like-minded insurance agents find value from our awesome guests and our content as we rise up in the podcast rankings. I will sincerely appreciate every single one of you for it, and if you want to be a guest on the show, I would love to have you on and learn from you as well. Go to www.insurancebroshow.com/guest to schedule your time slot, and don't forget to follow me on all of my social media at Insurance Bro Show. So
I'm your huckleberry.
I am your huckleberry. Today we're going right back to it. We're going back to
Getting out of the rat race.
Getting right into the rat race. We were talking about our perfect webinar on the Business Bros podcast yesterday, so I kind of going back to it. I didn't get a lot of time today. I had a chiropractor appointment. That was nice.
Dude, that must have been, dude, I miss going, like, speaking of, businesses and the struggles financially, getting out of the rat race. Chiropractic is one of those companies that, struggle right now with the whole COVID thing. What was that? Dude, it must have felt good. I miss going to the chiropractor.
It felt good. It was the initial appointment, and it was one of our guests. So shout out to Dr. Zach Beatty over at Gonstead Chiropractic in San Diego. Nice clean office, went in there. Everybody's all nice and separated doing the thing. And yeah, just quick
awesome,
and
dude.
pretty quick,
Zach's a cool dude.
Yeah, real cool dude. But anyway, so once I got back from that, and I also ran a half marathon today.
What?
Yeah,
you're on point. Today. 13 miles, dude. That's a no wonder you had to go to the chiropractor. That's a beast of a day.
No, the chiropractor was for something completely different, but I my knee is definitely sore. Definitely feeling it.
Oh, you're gonna sleep good tonight. Speaking of rat race, man. I mean, you ran 13 miles. Most people are spending 40 plus years working, trying to get out of this rat race thing. And before we even get into what it is, maybe you should clarify with people and where they can get a good idea of what the heck this rat race is. Because we always are under the assumption that everybody's read it, right? Everybody knows what it is.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, the rat race, I think it's a pretty common term. I even asked you about it the other day if there's like any kind of trademark on it, and the only trademark was like for Christmas tree ornaments or something like that. I forget what it was. But the rat race is, basically it's being stuck on the hamster wheel. It's working and working and working to live and not living to work, or however that saying goes, where you go to a job, you work 9 to 5, and you're grinding at every day and living paycheck to paycheck. So who wants to do that?
Well, it's not a matter of want. Sometimes it's a matter of necessity, right? But here, to me, it's always like there's another opportunity there. There's other ways to generate income so that you can get yourself out of that, right? So that you're no longer working for money. Money is working for you.
Yes, sir.
So let me kind of share today's story. So we're pretty well connected. We got a lot of quite a large network of people thanks to the podcast that we do, and some people we connect with a little bit more often, like Ollie, for example, who's the point of my story here. So Ollie's a lender, and he's one of the people that is in our 5 a.m. club. So we tend to connect with him a little more on a regular basis than other people. The pitch is very simple. As far as getting out of the rat race, We're in the insurance business, ladies and gentlemen, and in the insurance business, we are always looking for strategic partners. We're always looking for that bookkeeper or that tax preparer or that loan officer that's going to send us business, right? But the idea is, how do you give back? How do you give additional value back to them so that it's worth their time to want to work with us? And so, that's it. We're going to use, I think, for today's conversation, that way we can have names and scenarios. We're going to use the Ollie situation. So Ollie is a lender, he's a loan officer. He's over there. His office is pumping out, I think he said something like 70, 80 loans a month or something like that. That's coming out of his particular office, not him individually, but his office in general. And so what we're saying is, look, if you're in that type of space, if you're in the lending space and you need to get out of the rat race, because let's face it, you're in a commissioned only business, not a residual commission like insurance. But if you're in a commission where like a real estate agent or a loan officer, for example, you do a deal, the deal closes and you get paid, that's great. But you have to go out and hunt again the next day. You have to go out and grind again the next day. You have to make sure that your pipe's full again the next day, versus cultivating what you've already established. So these loan officers have already established a book of business. They've already had clientele that they've been working on, not just today, but the ones in the past and the ones that are coming up. How do you cultivate those seeds so that you bear the fruit every single day, so that you continue to have that income coming in on a regular basis?
Which is basically the essence of the one thing, right? This is the one thing that we got to make you understand, which is that, a wise man once said that retirement isn't an age problem, it's a cash flow problem. So once you figure out how to make enough money on a residual basis to cover your expenses, that's when you can finally retire. And all of these professionals that you're talking about, they all sell a service, and most of the time it's the professional themselves that are performing that service, right? Like doctors and lawyers and accountants, chiropractors, contractors, real estate agents, and of course loan officers, which is what we're talking about right now. I can't talk right now. So yeah, every single one of these professionals, they make money when they perform that service, but what happens after the sale? Right? That's why, some of these guys though, you've seen these, right? Sometimes they create the subscription. You've seen that before? Like a monthly payment plan for the chiropractor or a monthly payment plan for the lawyer, so that whenever you actually need them, there's already like money in your escrow or whatever.
Retainers or whatever it's going to be. So those are all great to continue that relationship, but it's still one and done. But
it is. But real estate agents and mortgage brokers,
there is no retention long term.
Nothing like that.
How do you build that, right?
So that's why the one thing, that's why it's so important for lenders to find ways to continue to generate income from these customers even after the sale.
Otherwise, you're going to be working forever, right? So here's a funny concept, especially when you think about the way, because the whole concept that where it came from for us was in Robert Kiyosaki's books, right? And Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, he talks about getting out of the rat race. It's when your money works for you, you no longer have to work for your money. It's a very basic concept, but he said something that means something different to me today than when it did back then. He said, what the rich do is they build businesses and invest in real estate, right? And I think we've always broken that apart. We build businesses. Well, that's cool. That's great. I'm going to go and build a business, and that sounds easy hypothetically. The investing in real estate was always the easier part. But there's that money and that cash accumulation phase at the beginning, and being in business now, it's been 15 years since I read that book. Being in business now and identifying income streams, you run into a lot of different other parts of the business. So traditionally, when you're talking to this loan officer who has a practice, they go out and close loans, when you tell them about adding additional things that they can do in their business, the first thing that clicks in their mind is time, right? Wait, you're asking me to do something else? I barely have enough hours in the day to do this thing right here that I'm doing right now.
So true. But see, as a lender, you already have the client's financial information. So a transition to discussing their insurance needs, it's like just a super easy transition. And the best part about insurance, specifically homeowners insurance, which is what a lender has access to, is that it creates a residual income year over year every time that policy renews. And homeowners policies have an average lifespan of 7 years. Now, you talked about the fact that they feel like they have to learn something new, but not with our program, right?
Right.
Our program, the way that we're setting it up is you don't have to learn that extra thing. We're going to do all that work for you. You just get to reap the benefits from making that connection.
And here's where that stemmed from, and it's we this is pipeline. You know, for example, we're doing Pipeline Team San Diego. This is like pipeline version like 5.0. We've revamped our business model over and over again as we grow, as we acquire, as we bring in more different lines of business, as we implement different processes and systems. We revamp the way we do things, but it's always come down to the same type of thing. If you're an insurance agent, what are you always trying to do? You're always trying to reach out and plug into somebody else's database. You're trying to plug into that real estate agent's database. You're trying to plug into that bookkeeper's database because these people have already done the hard work. They've already accumulated that book of business. The problem is they just don't know what to do with it. Right? We see, problems cannot be solved by the same level of thinking that created them. That's an Einstein quote, right? And that's the whole problem is you're involved in your business right now. You're the lender. You're involved in filling out 1003s, right? You're all you're doing right now is filling out these forms and going and clearing underwriting issues and solving credit issues and getting things, getting appraisal reports done. This is what you're focused in on. That is your line of sight. So when I come up to you or any other type of referral company comes up to you and they're like, hey, you want to add insurance to your business? You're like, hell no. Like, this is not another thing that I want to add to. However, if we could get you more loan business, would that be good for you? If we can get you repeat and referral business, would that be good for you? Right. And so now all of a sudden you're like, okay, wait a minute. You're going to partner with me, but you're saying that you're going to get me more business.
Yes.
Now I'm interested, right? Now you got my attention a little bit. Okay. Tell me how you're going to do that.
Well, it's easy. We start by reaching out to your customers and asking them for testimonials and for reviews. So not only are we, that's the first thing that we're going to do is start with the testimonials and reviews. And what this does for you is it increases your exposure. When people do a Google search, when they search for your name or when they search for lenders in San Diego or wherever it is that you are, your name will show up higher on search results because you have more of these reviews, because you have these testimonials that you can pump out. We'll do video testimonials. You can pump them out on your social media and all these different places. And this is going to generate more income for you. This is going to help you show up higher in search results. And that alone is going to create more opportunities for you to get to process more loans, which is what you really want to do. This is what you love to do. This is what you've been doing for however long. This is what you want to do. So step number 1, we're going to get you testimonials and online reviews. Number 2 is when we talk to those testimonials and we get you those online reviews, those are coming from your prior clients, your previous clients. And so we get that opportunity to talk to them and say, well, hey, since you did your loan a year ago or whatever it was, rates have come down. Would you be interested in talking to Ollie again and seeing if he can help you with refinancing your home? Right? Either a yes, no, or maybe. That's right. Your repeat business. It's a yes, no, maybe, but that's your repeat business, and that's how we, again, are generating more of the loan business, loan income from you, because this is what you do. This is what you love to do. And we're starting with all of this. And the third piece is, if that customer is not interested in getting a refinance, the next question is simple. Well, Ollie did a good job for you, right? Were you really happy with the service that you got from him? Boom, of course you were. So would you have any friends? Is there anybody that you've talked to recently who has mentioned that they're in the middle of a refinance or that they're looking to refinance? Have you heard this, through the friends that you've been keeping in touch with lately? Yes, no, maybe.
Referral business.
But of course, we're starting with, hey, Ollie's already done a good job for you. Why don't you tell your friends about us or give us a number for one of your friends that we can talk to and see if we can help them out the way Ollie helped you?
Boom. Right. So that's step number one. I know you're a loan officer. I know you're in your space. I know you're in your bubble. I know that this is the only thing that you really want to focus your attention on. You do not want to focus on the insurance stuff. I get that. If I came to you and just kind of pitched, hey, I got this other thing that you want to do, there's no way you're going to take your attention or your eye off the ball that you're working on right now. Yep. So that's
we don't want to take you away from that.
We don't want to take you away from that. We actually want to give you more of that. But on top of what you're doing, we want to implement our system into what you're already doing, right? Into your existing process. So you're the front facing agent. You're the one talking to the client. On the back end, we want to be your support team that helps you get that generate that repeat, generate that referral, generate that testimonial, generate those reviews. But at the same time, every time you do a refi, every time you do a new purchase, those clients are in the market for a new homeowner's policy. Right? So James, take it from there. What happens?
So this is where we have that opportunity, whether we get the loan business, a repeat or referral business, cool. By the way, we know from your experience last year, that you were paying $1,500 a year on your insurance. I don't know, just throwing a number out there. $2,000 a year on your insurance. So we're thinking we might be able to save you some money and lower your mortgage payment. Is this something that would interest you? Yes or no, maybe, right? Cool. Well, let me put you in touch with one of our awesome pipeline agents. We'll help you out and make sure that you are able to save some money month over month every time you pay your mortgage, because, most of the time your insurance is bundled in there. So, you save some money. So that's the next thing. That's the next step. And why do we want to do that? Because that's what's in it for us, frankly. There's got to be something in it for us. And our goal is to sell them the insurance. So let's just say that we sell, all we sell is the homeowner's policy. We sell, we get them on average, let's just say $1,000 a month, easy numbers. So $1,000 a month, 15% commission, $150. 40% of that is, math guy?
Just wait, do the whole thing. What was the commission on it? 1,000,
15%.
Oh, 15%, $150.
Right. And then 40%.
And then 40% of that, what is that?
$60. Right. Boom. $60. Now, if you're doing, how many loans did we say? 100 loans a year?
Oh no, it was much more than that. But let's just use it on the monthly scale, right? So on the monthly scale, let's say you're closing 50 of them a month.
50 a month, right?
We're starting to build
do that. Yep. Now all of a sudden we're talking. It goes from $60 to, do the math for me, 3,000.
3,000, yes.
3,000.
That's extra cash in your pocket.
That's extra cash in your pocket. $36,000 a year.
Look, and that's just to start with one homeowner's policy. And here's the thing that you remember the whole premise of today's show, right? Is getting out of the rat race. $3,000 a month that you did not have to work for. This is just from the same business that you've already worked through in your office.
You are not doing any of this work.
This is not you going out and building a whole new pipeline and hiring a staff and training them and doing all these. No, this is additional cash from what you already have going on. It's really that simple. And now it actually gets better from there, because that was just a homeowner's policy. Now look, ladies and gents, we're in the insurance business. So are we going to leave in our CRM the client that only has one policy? Absolutely not. Right?
Nope.
We're going to do some
cross-sell.
Go ahead. What's the next thing?
Well, the next thing is, Mr. and Mrs. Insured, did you know that driving your car could cost you your home? Say what? Yeah. Would you mind if we take a look at your auto insurance policy and make sure that you have enough coverage to protect your home, to protect you in a worst case scenario, and make sure that that you don't lose your home because of a lawsuit that comes from an auto accident? Boom. Now all of a sudden, let's say, we get the homeowner's policy for $1,000 a year, and we get a auto policy. Let's just say they pay $200 a month, right? That doesn't sound crazy to me.
Nope.
Right? $2,400 a year. And Mr. and Mrs. Insured, we want to make sure that you're fully protected. We always recommend that anybody who owns a home in San Diego gets an umbrella policy. The highest coverage that's available in a regular auto policy is typically what we call 250, 500, which is 250,000 per person, up to 500,000 for the total accident. The median home price in San Diego is probably somewhere around 550 at this point, maybe getting close to that $600,000 mark. So even if we maxed out the limits of your auto insurance policy, it's still not enough to cover the value of your home, right? So we're going to throw an umbrella on top of that. It's just an extra $300, give or take, per year. All right. And now you have $1 million in coverage. So we're going to make sure it's actually $1.5 million. It's the 500 plus $1 million.
So ladies and gents, this is a bundle that we're shooting for each and every time. Lead with the home, add the auto, get the umbrella, right? That's the package that we want to be able to get to. And then on average, you're going to look at a commission, a premium on that about $3,500, right? Mm-hmm. So all of a sudden you're taking almost 3 times the amount of money that you're earning. You were going from a $3,000 a month just leading with the home to using those same numbers to upwards of a nice, if it's 3 times, about $9,000 a month, just coming in from the insurance policies on the clients that you already have. And that's the beauty about partnering with companies like ours, is that we're not in it to just take your business. We're in it to help you grow yours. The concept here is very basic, very simple. If you want to walk away from your business, if you have a single brokerage operation that you're looking to move on from at some point in the future, you need to have systems and income streams in place in order for you to sell it or to walk away from, to get any kind of multiple later on. So if you want to exit the rat race, in other words, where cash flow is coming in so that you no longer have to work, you need to have multiple income streams. And the thing that you cannot do is add an income stream with taking away a lot of your time. You cannot do that. Otherwise, you're going to drive yourself nuts. Our program allows you allows us to come in, handle that book of business that you already have, put it to work for you, start generating the revenue that you're looking for, so that at some point, when the market shifts and it starts to go another way and you want to walk away from lending for like a month because you want to go on a vacation break, you can do that. The paycheck is still going to come in. Those clients are still going to be engaged. We are still following up with those clients so that when they need your help, you'll be there as soon as you come back from your break. So James is throwing up on the screen some numbers.
Numbers don't lie, right? So we mentioned an average premium of $3,500. That's the homeowner's policy, approximately $1,000. The auto insurance for maybe $200 a month, or $2,400, and then the umbrella policy for $300. I know that it would actually be like $3,700, but $3,500 is a nice round number. Okay, so easy math, right? Even though
it's on the spreadsheet.
Excel is doing all the math for us, whatever. You know what? Just because we're talking about it, since we're doing it, and we might as well do it right.
There you go. All it does is make the numbers nicer. That's all.
That's all it does. We're just padding the numbers, but whatever. So on a monthly basis, if we're doing 20 loans per month, if we're closing 20 of your customers every month and selling them this package that we're talking about, and we even did a 13% commission just to, keep it on our, what we see as an average, 40% on a monthly basis, it's an extra $3,800 in your pocket without any more work.
Now picture that, right? I mean, think about what that is for those of you who are buying a house right now in San Diego, probably, $400,000 or $500,000. Your mortgage payment is about $3,300. That is your mortgage payment all paid for. That means you're all paid for. The monthly expense, the biggest monthly expense most people have on a month-to-month basis is their mortgage or their rent. And if you can have that covered, imagine what kind of lifestyle you lead, right? Imagine having an extra $3,200 in your pocket every single month, or $3,800 in your pocket every month. Like, what would you do? How would your life change? Would you buy that car that you wanted to go buy? Would you go on that vacation that you wanted to go on?
You better.
Would you buy that outfit that you wanted? Would you go eat out more? Would you take the kids to Disneyland? And this is on a regular basis, right? These are the cash solutions that you're looking for, that you don't have to implement as much. It's not that you're not doing any work. You already did the work. You already started to establish yourself in your space. All we're saying is let's add something else to your repertoire to get your business another income stream using the same client base.
We're not going to lie. You have to do some extra work.
A little bit. That's
a
true.
little bit. There's one thing that you have to do. You have to learn this line. Can I introduce you to my insurance guy?
My in-house insurance department. No, actually, that's one line. But actually, there is one thing you have to do. There is one thing.
This is the big thing.
One big thing that you have to do.
The one big thing that you have to do.
Just like in real estate, the Department of Insurance does not allow us to pay anybody who is not licensed. So you have to take a 52-hour course, which is 7 days of work, right? 7 days, 1 week, pass a state exam, and that's it. Now you'll be licensed. As far as continuing education, it's every 2 years in the license field. Don't worry, we got you covered on the coursework, on the hours, right? We got you covered on the CE. So you don't have to pay for your CE going forward if you're part of our team. So you're squared away. But after that, that's it. You have your license, and now we can pay you. Now you let us go to work for you. Right? You let our team go to work for you. Like it's like baseball, right? All of a sudden you're like, that guy's not a very good hitter when it comes to insurance. I mean, that guy's not very good. So you know what? Bring in the designated hitter. Cool. That's us, right? We come in as your designated hitters. We're there to help your internal office grow, your business grow from the inside through a new vehicle.
Now, remember we talked about insurance being residual income. So here's your annual with those 20 policies, those 20 loans per month, and we're able to do $3,700 as an average package deal. So by the end of year one, you've made an extra $46,000. But what happens in year two? In year two, every policy that we sold comes up for renewal. And as long as we maintain those policies and we have a 98% retention rate as of October, right? 98%. So in year two, it effectively doubles. It goes from 46,000 to 92,000. We're going to keep that same pace because you're going to keep selling and we're going to keep talking to those customers. We're going to keep doing everything that it is that we're doing. So in year two, effectively double your income. All of a sudden, this 3,800 now is 7,600, 7,700 extra, $92,000 in the year.
So in other words, every day you're waiting is every day you're postponing your additional paycheck to come in the door. You're letting another client walk through your door, do business with you, and walk away only paying you one time. You're allowing that client to fall off into your drip system so that maybe someday, probably if you're feeling like it, are going to pick up the phone and call them. And hopefully maybe someday in the future, they'll remember you, 7 years down the road when they get ready to refinance their house or sell their house. They might maybe remember to call you because everybody remembers their loan guy, right? Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Yeah.
So keep them on your books. Let these customers experience the quality of service that you've provided for them year after year after year. Let us be the ones who reach out to your clients and help grow your existing book of business. Let us be the ones who help you maintain the relationships with those clients. Let us help you get that online presence that you're looking for. That's what we're here to do. Plus, we're here to get you into retirement. We're here to get you out of the rat race by giving you a cash flow stream that you're looking for.
There you go. Imagine that in 5 years earning almost $250,000 a year with these 20 loans per month.
That's it. And that's by the way, this is just on the insurance side. This is not the commission that you earn on writing your loans.
This is just passive income.
This is just the passive income. And if you're smart, you'll be the guy who takes care of or quotes all the loans in your office. So that number can be much higher. Right? You can be the one who represents the internal insurance department in your office. Just saying. It's quick. It's easy. It's a 1-page fill out. Done. Send it off. We'll take care of it. You're already doing that when you refer off the insurance anyways. The only difference is now you get paid on it. Get paid. All right, Ham.
Where's my Tom Cruise?
Oh,
there he is.
That's what I'm talking about.
So there it is. Right, if you are interested, and you should be by now, if you're interested, join our team. Get in touch with us. Go to www.insurancebroshow.com/join pipeline and we'll talk. Let's see if this is a fit for you. It's your opportunity to pass up. We have the system, we have the process, we've got everything in place. We're ready to rock and roll. It's up to you now. So if you want to be a part of this, hit us up, www.insurancebroshow.com/join pipeline.
Boom. All right, Ham. Last little bit and we're out.
Last little bit, ladies and gentlemen, as always, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review, especially if you gained any value from this. We want to hear from you. Leave a comment, drop us a note, but especially subscribe. If you want to be a guest on the show, go to www.insurancebroshow.com/guest. And don't forget to follow me on all my social media at Insurance Bro Show. That's it. That's all we got. Thank you, as always. Every single one of you rocks my heart. You have my heart, and you
have a nice day.
Thank you for tuning in to the Insurance Bro Show. James is the CEO of the Pipeline team of San Diego and is always in the market for top talent. If you're an agent looking for a place to hang your license, visit www.pipelineinsurance.com/agent opportunities or send an email to newagent@pipelineinsurance.com.